Hey everyone, Derpy here, back with another Battle Pirates video, and this is my Chimera's Nest level 134 target. This is the Eternal Fire raid, so let's see what I can do. Right off the bat, I'll tell you that I am using a Remote Raiders Legendary crew to boost combat speed 30%. I do still think this is possible, and have done this target with other crews that aren't quite as good, such as Silent Hunters, or even the Wolfpack crew. I'm going to start off this target by killing these first 3 Legion Testudo missile turrets, and the hard part comes immediately afterward, which is the ships. The enemy ships are very difficult. Biz I talked to on Discord and tried to get my path worked out, but I just couldn't seem to quite get it perfectly. The idea is to kill only 1 ship at a time and never to have to hide in a corner. You are not going to be able to mitigate all damage because of certain updates that Kixeye made to fix that stuttering glitch we were seeing last raid, but if you keep moving, you'll take pretty low damage. You'll see my health bar is still pretty I have a small scratch on there, even though I have taken several shots because they're splash damage weapons. So if you keep moving away from the enemy ships, you'll take lower damage, and try to only engage 1 at one time. The problem in this target is you don't have a lot of room to maneuver, so you're going to get stuck. Now, some players have used tanks in this target, split out 1 ship and stopped. If I do that, I'll take more about 40 minutes damage on my 1 individual ship, which I don't like. I want to try and have lowest total damage possible after the free 5-minute speed ups. The 30% combat speed crew does help, although there are other ones that are going to be pretty close. It's not the end of the world if you don't have this one. In fact, I only tried this one because I already had it, and I probably wouldn't even recommend this. I'd emphasize a Wolfpack crew. The trickiest part here is this last set of ships. You can see I've taken a little bit of damage, not too bad, but as soon as I get stuck with this last viperfish shooting at me in the corner, I have to kill 3 different stonefish ships when they're all on top of me in the corner with no room to maneuver. I have to engage 3 different ones at once. I'm going to end up taking a decent amount of damage on ships 1 and 2. Those are not going to be instant repair, but the others are going to be instant repair. The ships are really the hard part in this target. I will also note that my tank is not, my War Pegasus flagship is not set up as a corrosive tank, it is set up as a penetrative tank. After the ships are done, this target is supposedly the auto target, and while you cannot auto the ships for any reasonable amount of damage at all, you can auto the turrets. I could just press S right now and auto the entire rest of the target. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to drive a little bit better because that might help reduce damage by 1 or 2 minutes at the very end of the target. I was just sitting there mindly for a minute because I thought it was on auto, but it's not. I have refitted my ships from last raid. I'm using Missile Defense System 3 now. The full build will be at the end. But I am using more missile defense systems so that I'm not overwhelmed by all these Testudo missile turrets. Now, this target's pretty easy once you get here because there's no fog cutter missiles, so you can stop like this. If there were fog cutter missiles like in the 136 video on my channel, you'd have to keep moving. If you want to have the best possible approach, lowest amount of total damage, you're going to swing out to the side like I did right here, so you engage that leftmost group before that center group. Whereas if your ship was on auto, it would just engage the center group. At this point, the crew I'm using doesn't help at all because it just focuses on speed, and right now speed is not important. An evade crew would be good right now, and a damage crew or built-in damage crew would also be pretty good right now. You'll see that I am countermeasuring most of the missiles here, which is a pretty good thing. If you're enjoying this video, you can go ahead and leave a like on Facebook or YouTube, Kixeye, wherever you're watching this. That lets me know that the video is helpful and that the video is good. I do have a pinch, but I'm not going to use it. If I want to reduce damage a little bit, I might try and find some way to pinch the ships, although I expect they have pretty high stun resistance, slow resistance. It would work against turrets, although I take so little damage from turrets, it's not an issue. I did test once killing the ships, then retreating, coming back in, killing the turrets just to see what damage I was taking. I was taking maybe 1% damage taken, 99% evaded or resisted from these different turrets. I did manually control right here going around the outside, and if you wanted to, you could control your ships and move the port side or starboard side desolation wings, bat wings in and kill some of these enemy turrets. My damage is fairly low here. My ships are not emphasized, they're not built for damage, which is something that I could change if I was trying to do this target. I find that I have too many countermeasures for this specific target. So if I change that one missile defense system 3, which is on all of my backline ships, to another bladed pinion missile and try and increase other penetrative damage, I might be able to kill the ships faster and take less damage from them. Upgrades would also help in this target. I find that this is one of the hardest targets in the raid. In fact, the 903 target is easier to complete for me than this target is right here. I still have to see about the 505, but I'll let you know. You'll see that on my channel as soon as that video is live. The 505 is coming at some point in the next few days. This target pays out 0.25. This target pays out 250,000 points, 250,000 points, 0.25 million, and it is also part of a set with the level 136, which I've done for 45 seconds damage on my channel, so you can see that too. There's also another larger set if you complete the 134, the 136, the 505, and the 903. That will get you 250,000 points in addition to whatever points you would have already gotten. So that's another option for people to consider. It's pretty easy target here. I almost like it more, the fact that you can auto the rest of it, because you can do this one when you need to watch TV, something else you can do at the same time. I'm going to roll to my damage report here. You'll see that I've taken some corrosive, some penetrative. Remember, the stonefish ships do deal penetrative damage. Total damage was 38 minutes, but most of that in fact, can be knocked off with free 5-minute repairs, which I'm going to show you right now. I am running 1 Nessus and 3 turret CICs. I think that that's about the best I could hope for. Maybe a 4th Nessus CIC would be better. Definitely an X1 CIC on the War Pegasus flagship. If you have your upgraded, running the CICs on there, the Perseus CIC will be good. You'll see the last 2 ships are not instant repair. Total 24 minutes damage left. I'm now going to show you my build really quickly. It's the same build I've used in the last 2 videos. War Pegasus tank built for penetrative, which is not ideal for this target, and the last 4 ships are the same. Damage is not maximized on this. I have too many countermeasures, not enough damage to do very well on this target, but I'm not going to bother refitting for the last raid. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, like I said, leave a like. You can share this to your alliance. Click on any of the end screen buttons right now. Most recent video picked for you, subscribe. I hope this helped, and as always, this is Derpy signing out, helping you be a better pirate.